found something. Buenos Aires International Airport this morning. Now watch this.
Heralds.
Trail ends at the airport, but turns out that a top Providence operative owns a vineyard in the area. Don Yates, of infamous New York law firm Morgan, Yates & Cohn. And get this, it's hosting his retirement party today.
She's infiltrated them. She's sending a message. She needs my help.
Could have fooled me.
You don't know her.
Anyway, if you're going after her, you'll need to deal with the Herald. Her name's Tamara Vidal, former CIA asset and political firebrand. She's a master of surveillance and the Constant's most trusted aide. She'll have eyes everywhere. You won't get far as long as she's in the game.
Why are you telling me this? I thought you were out.
Yeah. Old habits, I guess. Anyway, I need to go. See you around, 47.
No, you won't.
Because you're not an idiot. Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
You're not the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next Constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
It won't work. If Edward suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Grey. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be. Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47. Go on. We shouldn't be seen together.
Ready, Pam? 3, 2, one. And
For more than 2 decades, New York-based law... Oh, cut me. Jeez, can you believe these people? I think the whole world is their playground.
don't let them get to you, Pam. Let's just take it from the top.
Fine, you're right. For more than 2 decades, New York-based law firm... Hey! For more than 2 decades, New York-based... For more than 2 decades... Hey, asshole! What the hell is wrong with you? Go away! For more than 2 decades... Hey, asshole! What the... For more than...
Valentina must be over the moon about John stepping down. She's been living alone here for, what, 6 years? Ever since the scandal that ruined her career.
Are you kidding? That's the perfect marriage.
Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of finely aged cynicism, but the Yaces are genuinely crazy about each other. They're the proverbial power couple. Valentina was always Don's most trusted advisor and vice versa. Some say she's the brains behind some of his most famous court strategies.
Huh. Talk about insult to injury.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just that one of Yates's clients is the rival to the Semaphore phone company, which got exposed in the data leak that ruined Valentina's career. In fact, Yates would have lost his first high-profile case had it not happened. I guess her loss was his gain.
Huh. Didn't know about that. Well, I guess if they can survive that, they can survive anything.
Except
Do I know him?
Gracias, senor. Enjoy the party. Looking good, man. Looking good.
Hi there.
First, an old money aristocrat dies who just has
Hello,
to
Sam.
control alcohol shipping enterprises. Then, on the night of her funeral, the younger sibling is murdered in his sleep, surrounded by his closest kin. And the motive? This, as they say, is where we want. See?
Wait, don't spoil it. I'm waiting for the true crime podcast.
Oh, you won't have to wait long. We just secured publishing rights. I got the author of the Jack Sparta novels to do an adaptation based on the testimony of the PI who cracked the case.
That was fast. I'd expect a prolonged bidding war.
As it turns out, the family is strapped for cash. The Carlyles have had a rough year.
There's a reason we're the only hells going on this tour of his. He's buying time. Question is, for what? I wouldn't be surprised if he considers me a threat, but is he bold enough to defy Edwards?
He'd be a damn fool. But they don't call him cojones for nothing. I need to inform him.
One of the most gifted surveillance specialists ever to graduate from Cambridge. Ran one of our interrogation lab sites for one of our those prisoners. blackberries, dark cherries. I could drink nothing but this for the rest of my life.
Are we drinking the same vintage? I'm not getting that at all.
Our cabinet.
May I recommend the house
Now, for its
Cabernet
complexity.
Sauvignon?
You're likely to recognize notes of
vintage.
raisin and blackberry first, but if you nurture the taste on your palate a little longer, well, I believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh, this is precisely my kind of wine. Full, sweet, with just a bit of pepper to keep me on my toes. You look well, sir.
I find myself wishing it was a little more dry, but the tannins almost make up for it.
Now, I serve something.
Not just a pub life. We're talking knee-deep. The whole place looked like a horror flick. Of course, Yates came down and tore the solid charge of attacks a new one.
You'd think there was some kind of fail-safe mechanism or early warning system in place.
Yeah, you would, but you'd be wrong. If the pumps malfunction, the tanks overflow. That pretty much sums it up. So, pay attention to that pump flow. Unless you're in the market for an extra orifice.
Lightning never strikes twice. You'll be
These fermentation tanks are accident-prone. If the pump malfunctions, the tanks overflow. This has happened before, provoking an appearance from Don Yates. It's likely to happen again.
Nothing quite spoils a party like your guests inexplicably dropping dead.
Corvo, got a message from the boss. Duty calls.
Let me guess, the Burnwood woman.
That's right. Yates has arranged for the chief winemaker to take Burnwood and Tamara Vidal on a grand tour of the estate. Wants you to tag along.
And not for my sparkling personality. This Burnwood woman sure has his panties in a twist when I'm in the dealers.
Yates is visiting a conference. That's it. I'm ready to sign.
It's called a brag. Thunder.
It's not unreasonable. Think about it. Duval was kidnapped by the militia and held hostage for weeks. He was forced at gunpoint.
I've been meaning to ask you if you could give me the name of the artisan you hired to carve out that relief for your garden. You know how much Mother adores it. I was hoping to commission something simple for her 80th birthday.
Oh, you know I would love to tell you.
so gullible.
I'm not gullible. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of tunnels down there. Ihan told me it's like a robin nest. Or crossing each other and going in every direction in the shaft.
Now, the temperature and humidity in the barrel room is all controlled by the ventilation system. Sensitive. Highly sensitive.
Sweet. How do you operate it? I'm a bit of a grease monkey in my spare time.
The control terminal is up in the security room if you want to take a look. Just don't touch it. One of the guards placed a smoke reality somewhere near the ventilation funnel. The whole facility smells of bacon for a week, and Mrs. Yates is a vegan. He does not work every day.
Thanks.
What you're trying to do here? I give myself sight and it's a force alarm. I can't believe it.
messing around again.
Got G.
Pump must have malfunctioned again. Faulty seal. Perhaps double charging
No. Just stellar work, everybody. Really gone above and beyond. Truly world class. Who was it then? Which of you ear-defining geniuses just poured half the goddamn harvest into the drain? Please, I'm dying to know. That I can only assume is a bold and poignant tribute to man's boundless stupidity. See? Who wants to tell my wife? Who wants to... Look like an actor. For sure.
Good to go. Hey, boy. All the people that have to and I do. The one that weighs 250 pounds.
Ah, this day just keeps getting... Oh, man.
What's up? I'm just taking out the trash.
gordo. All the people that have to be hit, and I get the one that weighs 250 pounds.
To our characters. Handpicked with loving care by the local experts. We have only one. It's the best wine Argentina. I was an attorney. For 4 decades, I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land. And the land of Mendoza belongs to the people. I grew up here.
Yo.
Welcome to Vignetta Yates. I'm Gabriel Vargas, chief winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but they're all above your pay grade.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Follow me.
Yeah, hey.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including a drag-in freezer unit. And last but not least, our grape crusher, industrial size for your disposal purposes.
Interesting.
Follow me, please.
Watch out.
Next on our tour is the fermentation atrium. In these spacious tanks, which could easily be able to contain a couple of hundred human bodies, the sugars in the wine are converted to alcohol. This is also where we squeeze the must into a fine juice using our grape presser.
Fascinating.
Come along. This is the facility's grape presser, where the freshly crushed pulp is pressed through a fine filter, leaving only the flesh and skins behind. Much more efficient than the ancient practice of grape stomping, but also less personal.
So, this is what the little guy feels like.
Mendoza longs to make it.
I grew up.
Hola. ¿Qué tal?
47?
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the olive grove at sunset. One last tango, 47. How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin. Transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
I am sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent. Are you still here? Still clinging on to your self-image? Agent 47, the apex predator. Always hiding behind the headlines. Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract to shield you from the uncomfortable truth. You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work you are. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
That's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me. You really are a most singular individual. And to think, she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you, I never throw away anything useful. Prepare the serum. Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
Are you done? The toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them. Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know.
Diana!
Coming!
Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Sir.
find a catchy name for it. For when we go commercial, I mean.
You figure this thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their minds wiped?
Not wiped, obviously. But that's just fine-tuning. Okay, right now the serum erases long and short-term memory banks wholesale. But in a couple of cycles, we'll be able to isolate the effects to individual memories. Imagine if you could pluck out childhood traumas, ugly breakups, combat trauma. You guys should be over the moon.
What are you talking about? I love waking up in a cold sweat with a scream stuck in my throat. So, what would you call it then? Your catchy, off-the-counter name.
I don't know. Blank Slaterzine?
You are a piece of work, lady.
Come on. Jim, was it? It always starts like this. GPS, microwaves, duct tape. This serum will eventually improve lives. I've got to believe that.
Tell that to the poor SOB in the rear car. Nah. When I want to forget something, I rely on my good old pal, Mr. Alcohol. No offense. Victor Corporation bought this train for sample backup. But since the bombing of their R&D site in Johannesburg, they're refitting the cars as a mobile field lab.
Huh. So what did the Russians use it for back in the day?
The way I hear it, this used to be some kind of KGB black site. Mobile missile launch control center, prison transport, your guess is as good as mine. What? Security.
supposed to be exactly? Ukraine? Well, it's the same for the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere in Romania. We're on a loop from Zagreb to Irkutsk.
Isn't that risky? What about border inspections?
They use a system of decommissioned rail lines and pay the local governments to look the other way. It's been like that since the Cold War. In theory, this thing only needs to stop for refueling.
A regular ghost train. I guess that's one more box ticked. Howdy, Trooper. Yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something from the fridge? Just whenever you're heading back this way.
Train full of mercs to guard one guy. You know who he is, right? Sure. Everyone's very impressed. I get it. And if you want some kind of elaborately planned calamity or a convenient heart attack, sure, he's your man. But how does he manage it at all? I'm willing to bet this guy doesn't hold a candle to any of us. Too much sneaking around and dressing up. Too little fighting.
You feel like putting that theory to the test?
I just might.
suppose there's any point calling for help.
No.
Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am. What are you doing? No! No!
This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, What were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
The string of resignations at the top level of international finance continues as Milton Fitzpatrick CEO Alexander Fannin joins the president of Hamson Oil, while new founder Tim Quinn and plenty of other people step down.
It's been a long time, Agent 47.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact is done. The past, dead.
And yet, here you are.
I choose this path because I can. There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.